The flip back fan is when you put some cards in the back of your hand like this, and from this position you can get into a fan like this. A lot of people have been asking me about it recently, so I figured I'd teach people how to do it, because when I learned it, it was really confusing. The cards, you should be able to do a one-handed fan with your non-dominant hand and the other one, of course, but sometimes I can fan with my right hand decks that are not smooth, so you should try this with your non-dominant hand, and if you could still get a good fan or a decent one, then the deck is good. One of the reasons I think a lot of people have trouble with this move is because they'll try to, when they get into this position, they'll try to do a fan like this because they're too used to the one-handed fan. It's a bit different to do a one-handed fan like this, which I'll show you right now. With two cards, the flip back fan looks like this. I got this idea of teaching with two cards from Dan and Dave. You're gonna get into the flip back position, which is you're gonna take the cards between your thumb and pinky like this. So if you're in a straddle grip, you put your thumb here, and then you're here, and you're gonna tuck these fingers in. Now, this card at the top represents the card all the way at the top. This represents the card all the way at the bottom. When it's here, first let me show you what it looks like. Your pinky comes to here, and then your pinky pulls the original top card down all the way beyond. You want to get beyond this flesh. You don't have to, but that's when it looks the best. You pull down as your thumb pushes the rest of the cards, which are the bottom cards, forward like this, and that arc is gonna be, the cards are gonna be from here to here. And here's what not to do, because you know how your pinky is the only thing that will be showing to your audience. If you do it the other way, like this, three fingers are gonna be shown at your audience. And that's more of another move by Ekaterina Dobrokotova. She came up with fans that go that way. But to do this flip back fan, which is by DeVoe, then that's what you want to do, is the crazy one. This is a pretty hard fan to do, but it's not the hardest thing in the world either if you have a smooth deck. So when you're first practicing this, don't just let it rest on the top of your hand like this and then go into it. To practice it, you want to keep your thumb here and your pinky here, and then just grab the top with your pinky and pull down, and then push forward with this thumb, just so that you get used to the motions. So when you're doing it with the deck, I recommend doing it with half the deck. You're going to go like this, but what I do is I bevel the cards forward. Supposedly that bevel will happen even if you don't push, but I like to push just to guarantee that bevel. Now I stick the fingers in, and now I don't notice how I keep holding on to this position, and I let go of my thumb while the pinky pulls this card like I said, and then the thumb is just gonna push on these cards. It's hard to tell where to push. It's just with practice you'll figure out where you need to push to get that spread. But that's how you want to do it when you're first practicing it, is hold on. Maybe you can let go of your thumb, but keep your pinky up here. Just so that it doesn't have to do a lot of work. This isn't the smoothest deck in the world, but it's smooth enough to show you guys what's happening. Once you're ready and you're used to it, you're gonna let go of all the cards onto your fingers, and then your fingers gonna come over and hook and gravity should help you start the fan, and then you just expand it so it's like and remember to pull this card as far down as you can. Obviously I'm not the best at this move. I haven't been practicing it for very long, but I think I'm good enough to explain how to do it, because this is a very confusing move. So that's kind of what it'll look like. Okay, so once again, you bevel forward, tuck the fingers in, let go, pinky comes here, pulls down as these fingers curl. So you're in this position, your thumb pushes the fan open. And the way I close is I just let everything fall into my other hand like this. So you want to get used to being able to do this from this position, because that's a really cool thing to show your audience, is that you can have the deck completely on the back of your hand and then come here and get into the fan like this. I prefer to do it with my right hand, but sometimes you can try it with your left and it might come out just as good or better. For more tips on this fan, you should take a look at DeVoe's Cradle to Grave DVD. I think that's the one that has it.